welcome back to another live stream of our Team Lotus F1 Manager Series, and we have arrived in 2026. We are kicking off the 2026 for this live stream, and a couple of surprises here that you'll probably see straight away. First of all is a new livery that we're rocking on the car for this year. So this is the 2026 livery. And also, we've still got Ricciardo here. Someone else has joined in the right here. Fernando Alonso. So they are the changes for 2026. We'll get into those in a little bit more. But welcome back to the stream. Hope you're all doing well. Lucas, hi buddy. How's it going? Hope you're well. And yeah, I hope you're all having a good start to the week. Tuesday. Only 3 more days to go. And another weekend is here. But yes, we are kicking off 2026 with Team Lotus and with Fernando Alonso in the car. When did Fernando join? Fernando joined in the period of finishing the 2025 season and starting this one. So it's not been shown on stream or in any of my episodes. So this is the first time everyone is seeing Alonso in the car. So he was made available by Aston Martin. He was a free agent. It cost us 20-odd million, though, to terminate Lawson's contract. But I wanted to spice it up, go for a new driving pairing. And Fernando is in the car at 44 years old on a 1-year deal. And if we do a 4th season with this Team Lotus, then we will replace both drivers, because Ricciardo and Alonso both got a year left on their deals. Or Alonso's only signed for a year. Ricciardo's got a year left. So yeah, starting the 2026 season here, and we'll see how we go in a rather wet Melbourne. Is it going to dry out? No, it looks like it's going to be inters all the way through here. So just getting our first laps in here in Q1. He's good, but he's getting a lot older. He's going to degrade a lot. Yeah, I mean, he's still 87 overall. Bit OP, really, isn't it? As Perez has a lock-up.
Here, we're taking turn 6. The brakes couldn't cope.
Oh dear, Perez.
Can't afford to do something like that.
Oh, he's heating his tyres up and he's gone off. But yeah, obviously finished 2025, second in Constructors, second in the Drivers with Danny Rick. So we're hoping to go one better. We've done a lot of research on this car. I'm hoping we've not done too much research. Knowing this game, I've played it obviously for the last 3 years. It's kind of, you know, once you know how to do it, you can get ahead of the competition. They don't catch up. So if that's going to be the case and we are OP, we'll do something about that with the database editor to try and bring our competitors closer to us, because we want to make it interesting. We don't want to dominate every race. But obviously that's unknown at the moment till we get through this race weekend. But yeah, Alonso still 87 overall, which is pretty mad, isn't it? Oh, Kinga, hi, buddy. How's it going? Sorry, I lost my TikTok chat there. How's it going, buddy? Hope you're well. So, Q1 laps. Just finishing our Q1 laps here. Danny Rick sets a 1:28.9, and Alonso is about a second off. We did get Danny Rick's set up to 96%. Alonso's is unknown. It was... Oh, actually, Ricciardo's 100%. Alonso's was 100%, and we're just trying to eke out that few more percent, so it's unknown at the moment. That might be why he's a little bit off Danny Rick. So, yeah, Ricciardo, first time setting Q1 then. Hopefully that's going to be enough. We'll monitor it, though. Oh, nice. Fernando Alonso. Hey, Kelly Flatmate. How are you viewed? Yes, Fernando has arrived. Hulkenberg's had a lock-up. Alonso might need to go out again, really. I think Ricciardo's going to be fine. Hopez, is hard difficulty really that hard in F1 Manager? Once you kind of know the formula and you know what you're doing, I would say no. Oh, we've got a red flag. We've got a red flag. It's Enzo Fittipaldi, who's in for the Audi team this year. And on his debut, a massive spin and into the barrier, out of the session, and a red flag.
While all that was happening, the crew in the garage could do nothing but watch on.
So I've got the Audi mod in, but it's not changed their name. It's still named as Kick Sauber. I think that's because I've got the real sponsorship mod. So if anyone knows how to rectify that, let me know. But is what it is at the moment. So is this red flag going to push us in to some drier weather? Alonso has definitely got to go out again, hasn't he? Yeah, Alonso, we're going to have to get out here. I should have fueled him for 2 runs there. Is it going to get better? No. Alonso might be out here, you know. I was kind of reading the chat and not paying attention to the conditions. I feel like the conditions might have... the dampness might have dropped a little bit. And Alonso...
So get a feel for the
might be in a bit of bother here.
Okay, yeah.
So Alonso 19th had the red flag, but he's got to find about 4 temps here. 4 temps. Where are we? More than that. 5 to 6 temps. So Fernando might be in a bit of bother on debut for Team Lotus. Have a look. He starts to go green at all. I'm not expecting him to go green. Oh, he does. He goes purple. Well, there you go. I know nothing. Purple. That's looking better. Don't think the grid are going to go out. Enzo Fittipaldi is going to be out, though, if Alonso goes quicker. Lucas, you don't really need to change inters in quali because it doesn't affect lap times if they're like 5% worn. Yeah, I don't usually. It's just because we had that red flag that dropped the grip to low. So just to be on the safe side. But Alonso's gone purple, then green. So hopefully this is going to be enough to see him through then to Q2. And final corners to navigate then for Fernando. And here we go. Yeah, the rest of the grid decided not to go out. So if Alonso goes quicker, he will be safely through. And he goes first by 2nd.
Okay, currently P1.
So, safely through then. 2 Q2 are both drivers.
Okay.
Okay, Fernando, okay. Been talking to my Filipino girlfriend for the first time in a week. She had really bad flu and no medicine. She just slept the most. I'm sorry to hear that, you viewed. Hope she's feeling better. Fernando is faster than you. Let him through, please. Classic. Classic, Tom. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Right, so we've got the car set up in now for Fernando. Maybe that's what came to fruition there because it was unknown, and now through qualifying he's unlocked that, so hopefully that's helped. What's the new team called? Our team is still Team Lotus here. We've had a livery change though, Samuel. You've been watching. Right, we're on full wets here for this second quali session. So let's just have a look. It's going to get dry towards the end of the session. We'll get a banker lap in. And then see what's what. There you go, banker laps complete. Only 2 temps. Oh, the new team on the grid. Audi we've placed in here.
Okay, cool the tyres and we will box this lap.
So we've put the Audi mod in. As I say, it's not perfect at the moment, so it's still naming them as Kick Sauber. We've still got this green, so I need to take a look at that. Bit of a rush to get them in for today's stream, but yeah, it's Audi that's the new team that we've modded in, as they will be in 2026. Right, let's get them in then. I don't think it's going to change to inters, is it? Let's see. Well, it might do. It is drying out. Surely if they go back out on wets, we're pretty safe on that time anyway. I feel. Should we have a lap on inters? I don't think anyone's going out, so we don't really need to, really. But why not? And there we go. Safely through to Q3 then. What's new? Makes me laugh. Sainz and Verstappen in the same team again. There's real dislike between them. Yeah, actually for this, obviously I'll drop the episode for this first race and the build up to it, and we'll go through all the driver changes. You'll see some of them on here anyway. But yeah, if you're interested in seeing all the driver changes, that will be in the episode that comes out this week. But Sainz and Verstappen are still teammates as they were last year. The big teams kept the same drivers, so Sainz and Verstappen in the Red Bull, Bottas and Russell in the Mercedes, Piastri and Norris in the McLaren, and Leclerc and Hamilton in the Ferrari. So nothing's changed there. It's more the teams lower down that we've seen changes. Is this the first race of the season? Yes, it's the first race of the 2026 season, Lucas. Not your team, it's Audi. Yeah, Audi. What are your predictions for the drivers and constructors this year in game? Well, looking at this in the car analysis, our car is looking like a pretty good bet at the moment. So I'd have to back Team Lotus. And yeah, I really don't know between Danny Rick and Fernando Alonso. On his rating, you'd have to say Alonso, but Danny Rick has got some good tyre management. So I don't know. I think a Team Lotus driver going to win the championship, and hopefully Team Lotus wins the constructors. Right, let's just track details. Yeah, it's going to be dry, then a bit of rain, then dry out again. So let's get them out and see how we go then in Q3 here at Albert Park. And it's Alonso first on the road. All right, let's see what these first sector times are going to be. Purple, of course, because Fernando's the first one through that sector time. But Danny Ricks took it off him. 25.83, 25.78. So that's about 500th of a second between them through that first sector. So very close between our two teammates. And they could be battling for pole here because we're looking pretty quick around here. And we're through that second sector. 19 flat, 19.11. So I think it's about 4 to 500s in favour of Alonso now, so it's very, very tight. Less than a tenth in it at the moment. It's all going to come down to this final sector then. And Alonso just got this left-hander, then right-hander to do till he heads to the line. And let's see, what time is Fernando going to set here? DRS open. Here comes the line. Fernando, 1:16.83. Ricciardo
P1.
doesn't go quicker, but still very close. As we say, less than a tenth of a second between our drivers. Very competitive. Very good news for us. Lucas, what were the standings last year? So Mercedes won it in the Constructors. Team Lotus second. McLaren third. Ferrari fourth. And Red Bull fifth. Can't quite remember the rest. I want to say Aston Martin sixth. Williams seventh. And yeah, no idea, can't remember the rest. Drivers' Championship was Bottas won it. Then it was Ricciardo in second. Then it was Piastri third, Lawson fourth.
Raining. Copy.
Dot, thanks for the follow. Skiddy, yo man, loving the series, yo buddy. Hope you're well. Ashley, hi buddy. Thanks for dropping in again, hope you're well buddy. The overalls in Team Lotus not black on the mechanics, not a big issue, just different. I think it's happened before that way when they have been green, but oh well. Yeah, I don't know what goes on sometimes in the game. Often our overalls here change to white. We haven't even made a white livery or white overalls, so game bugs out sometimes. Do we have another run here? I think we do. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the performance of the drivers, because the teams this year, because 2026 is a massive regs reset, as it is in real life, of course. Is the whole grid going to go back out here? Still 0.29 of rain on the track. By the time we get round, that is going to be 0. So we're going to be the only ones on track. So we've secured a 1-2. I don't quite know what's going on with the AI. They've only wanted to do 1 runs here in qualifying. So it's a 1-2 for Team Lotus in the opening race of 2026. But which way round is it going to be? Apparently it's Alonso by less than a tenth. Just under 700s. Back, not going quicker either of them. So I don't think with that rainfall we had mid-session, I don't think they're going to improve. So it looks like Fernando Alonso on debut for Team Lotus is going to grab pole here. Let's just close these out. Oh, Danny Rick, though, snuck in a PB, a personal best in the middle sector. So it might not quite be over yet. Fernando definitely doesn't look like he's going quicker, though. Going to be Ricciardo across the line first here.
All the time you have to leave us, race.
William, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Much appreciated. Here comes Ricciardo then. Does he go quicker? I don't think he... Oh, he does! He does! I was doubting the man. I shouldn't have doubted him. Danny Rick, the honey badger, never doubt him. Not in this series. Danny Rick. Lower in the first sector, but quicker in the middle and the final sector. Skiddy would, however, seem I've missed a step as remember Lawson being in your other car. Yeah, it's happened off stream, off season. In the off season, we've replaced Lawson with Alonso, so that'll be in the next episode on our YouTube series that drops this week. Ashley, I'm good, thanks. How did you get in last season? I see Ricciardo is the main driver as he stayed on. Yeah, so Ricciardo finished second in the Drivers' Championship. We finished second in the Constructors last year, but we've replaced Liam Lawson with Fernando Alonso for this year. Just for a year, both Ricciardo and Alonso go for a championship push. Wow, look at Williams. I was going to say Norris and Russell got past them, and Verstappen makes me want to load up. I think it was 2001 or 2002 F1 Managed game with the old Arrows F1 team. Love a bit of arrows. Gotta love the orange arrows. Other than Lotus, give me a team to do this with, please. You're on the spot, Samuel. There's loads of old teams. We've just mentioned one there. Arrows, the old Arrows team. What about a Minardi? A Minardi revival, Sam. Danny Rick on top on home turf. Indeed he is. So here we go. Full standings. Q3. Daniel Ricciardo on pole. Fernando Alonso second. It's Valtteri Bottas third. Lando Norris fourth. Carlos Sainz fifth. Max Verstappen sixth. Easy for me to say. Oscar Piastri 7th, George Russell 8th, Sergio Perez 9th, and Ocon 10th. So a really good start for Williams. They finished 7th in the Constructors last year. They scored 11 points, I believe it was last year. So they're going, hopefully, to get a few points in the first race of the season here. Bring back HRT poo box.
Well, the fans here are all set. Every one of them eagerly awaiting.
Skiddy may jump on over to Twitch. Give me a moment. No worries, buddy. Right, here we go. Race strategy then. So what are they're suggesting soft, hard, mediums. It's close. I mean, we're pretty quick around here, so I'd like to split the strategy over our drivers just to make it a little bit exciting, really. So let's see what we can do here. That is quicker, and this normally works with Danny Rick because he's a bit of a tyre nurser. He loves those tyres. So let's go with that, Danny Rick. What's that saying? 1:15.16. 1:15.19. Fernando. Don't like the idea of that. Can we go soft, medium, medium, Fernando? Yeah, that is quicker. That is quicker. Let's mix it up a bit then. So we'll go for a two-stopper with both of them, but we'll mix the tyres up. So always the way with Danny Rick. He can make those softs work a lot better. His smoothness is so good in game. So he's going to go soft, medium, softs. Alonso starts P2. He's going to go soft, medium, mediums. And let's just set this up here. With that said, let's jump in and start this first race of 2026. And if you haven't already, please do smash a like on the stream. Really helps me out. Great time for the follower, and Fernando saying all the time you have to leave a space. Lucas saying Minardi or Toro Rosso. Could do Toyota. I always like the Toyota or the BMWs. That's kind of my... It's my peak era, I don't know, but I always remember teams like that. Arrows, Toyota, BMW. Got it. I won't put it on YouTube, though. No worries. Simon Dixon, what about Tyrrell? Skiddy, it's nice to get onto one of your streams as if comment on one of your YouTube videos. It's I tried to catch up and keep up with the series. Yeah, so we do the live streams Tuesday and Fridays, but all of these are, the races are highlighted into episodes, and then you get a lot more out of the episodes as well. So especially now, you'll get all of the off-track action of 2026, the off-season, the driver changes, and what we did with that as well. Cool, right, let's start this race. Samuel's doing Minardi. I like it. I like it. Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso and the Minardi links are there. I think of starting at... Maybe you could sign Alonso at over 40. Return to where it all started at Minardi. Monster Medics thinking of starting a new save on this game. Not played in a while. Do it. Get on it.
Brace yourself. For the Australian Grand
Here we go then, Australian Grand Prix. Our drivers with Danny Rick starts P1, Alonso P2, and the lights are out very quickly, and we're underway then. Is Alonso going to try and challenge his teammate from the start here? No, he's not, because Bottas, our nemesis from 2025. The world champion of 2025, Bottas, is through into P2 briefly, but Alonso doesn't want to give that up. We know Alonso's defensive skills, but he's going to have to settle for P3 to begin with here.
Stick on your line.
Let's look at tyres then. So the top 5 on softs, then Max is on mediums, Piastri softs. Only hard runner is Guan Yu Zhou, who has moved teams again for the 3rd season in a row. Started as he was in real life with Kick Sauber in 24. In 25, he was driving for the Haas team. And in 2026 here, he drives for Alpine. But let's stay on board with the action here. And it's Alonso. Oh, we don't want to be doing that. We want to be looking at this. And luckily we missed nothing there. Is Alonso going to be able to make a move on Valtteri Bottas? Or is Bottas going to make a move on Daniel Ricciardo here?
DRS enabled.
No, it looks like we're going to stay as we are. Hard to break the DRS here, of course, because you get a whopping 4 DRS zones in Albert Park. I mean, half the track is a DRS zone nowadays. Although I do think the changes they made to the track are a lot better. Come on, Alonso. We don't want any moaning.
Just stay focused.
I don't want to hear any GP2 engine remarks, Fernando. I just wish they didn't limit how long your name could be. I didn't even know there was a limit. What's the limit? And how long do you want your name to be? What is the name you're looking for? Right, Fernando has got DRS. Our DRS has always been very good. And this could be the chance for Fernando. Bottas still keeps DRS on Ricciardo, though. Still within 8 tenths. Fernando having a look. But not quite. And I don't want to destroy all of our batteries straight away. And we lost a bit of pace coming out of that corner.
I don't have that pace.
Fernando, you're so negative.
Don't worry, mate.
We didn't sign you to be this.
Copy.
Sounding like you're in that McLaren again.
Maximum focus on putting down those rear tires.
Yep.
Increase lift off as well, please.
Understood.
And Fernando, is he going to try this time? No, he's getting frustrated behind Bottas. Bottas still got pace then in 2026, but I like to see it. I like to see it. 18 characters, it's annoying. I never knew. That is pretty small, really, isn't it? Oh, no, but you can't rename your own team. I was going to say, there is, so I've seen that if you play on PC, on the mods, there is a new name editor that someone's made, but I don't think you can rename your own team. So we do have a bit of a DRS train. Alonso now is... Well, Norris and Sainz they were nearly a second behind, or they were, and they're now very much on us. So, yeah. Doesn't look like we are going to dominate, which I'm kind of glad to see, to be fair. But it could be 3 wide through here. This could be awful, but Fernando might lose out here. Oscar's going to have the inside. As Lando, actually, sorry. Oscar down in P7. This is a real battle in these early laps, isn't it? Poor Yuki's still at Racing Bulls, yeah. Yuki's down there still. I've been asked if you want to... Right, still first for Ricciardo, P3 for Alonso. So any team name like HRT, yeah, and I guess you can't put like the sponsor in front of it that many have. So a lot of the full, even in game, I don't think they have the full names, do they? No, so they don't have like Scuderia Ferrari and all of that. They just have Ferrari. So a DRS train from Ricciardo down to Piastri in 7th. Perez in that Williams is in P8, but he's 4 seconds cut adrift. Oh, and Bottas going for the lead. Valtteri, that Mercedes, that's got some pace in it. And Valtteri, the reigning world champion, of course, is through.
Let's take a closer look. Now, this was Valtteri Bottas. It's certainly inviting.
There he goes then. The reigning world champion coming out fighting here. But he's going to be under pressure because he can have no DRS now. And Ricciardo, our DRS is very strong. Bottas goes aggressive to the inside. We're going to switch to the outside with Daniel Rick in front of his home crowd. He's going to regain the lead. Can Alonso follow him through? Because you get a double taking, so Bottas still no DRS. This is where Alonso needs to make the move. And Fernando does make the move, so we're back into P1, P2 as we started this race.
Good job. Come on.
And if we can just conserve... yeah, I don't want to wreck on Alonso's race. So I was wondering if I just conserve to break the DRS for Danny Rick, but actually I don't want to do that. Albon's had a lock-up. Albon back on the grid. He was out of... he was had no drive for 2025. But he's in the Aston Martin.
They were just unable to do much about
And
it.
not going too well by the looks of it. He didn't... well, he did replace Fernando Alonso, but we didn't sign Fernando Alonso from Aston Martin. Alonso was not renewed. His contract was not renewed. He was a free agent, so had already signed Albon. I've been asked if I want to go to this race next year as our family out in Australia. Well, that's an easy question to answer, isn't it, Monster? That's a yes. That's a yes all day, surely.
Advertise.
Let's call them Hispania Racing instead of HRT. Samuel, I'm back. We'll try to watch the whole thing on Friday. No worries, buddy. I'd say the live streams are all available whenever you want to watch them on YouTube, or the episodes 2 a week as well. And Alonso is going to challenge Danny Rick for the lead of the race, but Daniel Ricciardo defends hard. I don't want to really ask them not to fight in the first race of the season. I think that would be a bit harsh, but I don't want them crashing into each other. But Fernando is through into the lead. We've used quite a bit of tyre life for Fernando and Danny Rick, to be fair there. But if you haven't already, if you can, please smash a like on the video. It really does help me out. Trying to get the YouTube video at least to 15 likes. So if you're watching on YouTube, I really appreciate it. But of course, if you're watching on other platforms where you can like, please do so. Really do appreciate it. Alonso leads them. Ricciardo half a second behind. Bottas half a second behind him. And Sainz half a second behind him. Who is EFI Sam? That is Enzo Fittipaldi driving for Team Audi here in 2026. as Alonso has Danny Rick challenging him. But El Plan locks the door.
That's okay.
Yeah, so we're still trying to break this DRS, aren't we?
Only just on DRS.
Looks like Leclerc has made it into the top 8, so it's now a DRS. No, he's actually still 4 seconds behind, though. Beg my French nearly there. Ricciardo back into the lead then. Yeah, so Piastri, from Ricciardo down to Piastri in 7th, it's a DRS train. So 1st to 7th DRS train. Leclerc's got past Perez in the Williams, but he's nearly 5 seconds back. Okay, tyre life actually not too bad. Max Verstappen's in there, isn't he? So we have no idea what the order is here in 2026. Obviously, we looked at car analysis, and that's saying our car is pretty quick. We are expecting the challenge here, but I have no idea for the rest of the grid. Because at the moment, you've got Bottas in 3rd, but George Russell in 12th. So work that one out. Probably have to say the 2 Red Bulls and 2 McLarens, probably the 2nd and 3rd fastest teams, I'd imagine, alongside us. So the top 3 looks to be ourselves, McLaren and Red Bull.
Yeah, difficult to get close, mate.
Rice, if EFI is Enzo Fittipaldi, why is it EFI and not Fit? No idea. No idea, buddy.
Has DRS.
Right, Ricciardo and Alonso continue to fight. Did Bottas have DRS there? Alonso is back into P1. He'll get the DRS to pull away, but Danny Rick should be able to stay with him. But yeah, Enzo Fittipaldi. So, as I say, it is Enzo. Russell got a problem. He's got no problems. His only problem looks to be that he's pretty slow today. What's your team name? Sorry, it's first time seeing you live. Team name is Team Lotus. So we are Team Lotus. It's fun watching them in person. Thanks, Samuel. Fernando is faster than you call. Why is Fernando's battery so low? Fernando used a lot of battery early on. So he's used a little bit more than Danny Rick, but we'll be able to top up, hopefully, if we break the DRS to the rest of the field. So Skiddy says it's not FIT because his brother used FIT when he raced for Haas a couple of races in 2020. Yes, he did indeed. So obviously Enzo did not want the same abbreviation. So that's why his clearly then is EFI. There you go. Chat solving problems.
Did just get DRS.
And we go again then on this main straight. Ricciardo this time challenging Fernando Alonso. And Fernando, ooh, don't want to be doing that. He's going to be slow out of there. And he's going to be under pressure now. And Valtteri Bottas doesn't go for a move. But look how close it is here. And a McLaren now pushed out wide in Lando Norris. All going on. And Daniel Ricciardo's managed to get a second there. With Alonso being out on the grass. Warm your tyres, they're both cold. Yeah, only issue is I need to get this stint to last, which we're going to struggle to do as it is. Let's get Alonso though to get some heat in there.
Closing up a little bit.
And let's just drag him towards Danny Rick to get that DRS back. Oh, look at this, nearly 3 wide behind us. Sam, thanks for the gifts, buddy. Much appreciated.
Tyres have stabilised now for the moment.
We okay on temperatures?
Danny Rick starting to pull away here.
Warm up your tyres.
Sam, thanks for the follow. Do appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, Danny Rick's got 1.8 here. On Fernando Alonso.
So just manage your tyres.
Yes, yep.
So Alonso dropping out that
Increase your
DRS.
lift up.
He's lost his protection, so to speak. Because he's now under threat from Bottas, Sainz, Norris, Piastri, Verstappen. And Danny Rick might be able to sail off into the sunset here. Bottas, is he going to make the move on Fernando Alonso here? No, not there, but he's going to have a great opportunity as we get through here on the final DRS zone. Bottas. Danny Rick's put a 3-second gap now.
Drop the base now, please.
I do think we're going to have to manage the tyres in the next couple of stints, though. Alonso vulnerable now, not good. Yes, indeed, Sam. Who is EFI? Yeah, Sam's answered that one for you.
Currently P2. Gap 3.1.
So Ricciardo having a good time in front of his home crowd.
Gap 0.4.
Alonso's got work to do. Tyre life. Are the rest of the grid going to freeze stop here, or are they going to go and put some hards on at some point? I wonder if they will. I think they will. Sam, what year is it in game? It's the 2026 first race of the 2026 season. When are we due to stop? Lap 20 with Ricciardo, lap 19 for Alonso. It's the first time I've played with Alonso actually in any of the F1 Manager series, and he's grumpy on the team radio, isn't he? Oh, and there's nearly a car either side of Alonso, but Bottas finally through. Samuel Lawson over Fernando. Maybe the wrong call as things are turning out. Perhaps it is.
Sainz.
Liam Lawson still on the grid. Worth noting. He's in an Alpine. Bless him. not the best of cars to be in. Is Alonso going to come straight back at Valtteri Bottas here? I think he is. He's indeed. But a long way to go in this race yet, so don't rule Fernando out yet.
Yes.
Doing an excellent job. That has put you P2.
Back into second place.
Gap is 3.3.
And what's the top 10? Perez still holding on in there. Russell's still in 12th, having an awful race there for Mercedes so far. Alonso now within 2.7 of Ricciardo. And Bottas, nearly dropped out of the DRS there. Has he got it? No, he hasn't got DRS, but Sainz and crew behind him have. So this could be the moment for Fernando Alonso to just start pushing away.
You can cancel.
You see the gap is visible there.
Where possible.
Oh, look at this, nearly 3 wide. As the two McLarens trying to challenge the Red Bull of Sainz. Verstappen is 7th. He's on mediums. They are at 58% though. Not too much tyre deg really between the soft and the medium. How are Ferrari so bad? It's, well, 2026, so this game is pretty random how it develops the performance of cars. So, yeah, I'd say that's probably to blame. All right, so Sainz made it past Bottas. I think Bottas maybe was using quite a bit of battery then to attack. And maybe he's just eased off that. And Sainz, now he's past him. Look at Sainz go. He's just cleared Bottas by nearly 2 seconds. Bottas must be conserving now. Bottas is ridiculously dropping off the pace. Sainz tyres down 42%. We're going to see quite a few pit stops soon. Alonso still within 3 seconds of Ricciardo. So Ricciardo not running away with it. Jackson, what year is it in game? It's 2026, first race of 2026. I had one where Red Bull, Ferrari and McLaren were the 3 worst teams and Haas and Williams top 2, only 4 seasons. Yeah, it's mad. I think especially this 2026 season because it shakes it up with you know, the red changes, then yeah, it shakes up the grid. But in fairness, it's not looking too bad for us because a lot of the top teams still in the top 10 here. Huru, hi buddy. Good to see you back. Hope you're well. Is this Enzo's first season? Yes, this is Enzo's first season. We've not seen him on the grid before. But yeah, in comparison to some F1 Manager series that I've had, you know, there's not really too many new names. And compared to 2025, Bortoletto's on the grid for Haas. He's a new one for us. Albon returns. And Enzo Fittipaldi's on the grid. Apart from that, every other driver was on the grid last year, although a few have changed teams. Jack, these driver lineups are class. They'd be pretty competitive, wouldn't they?
Keep the management up.
I mean, Sainz with Verstappen would be nice to see, but Red Bull didn't fancy that, probably for that specific reason, I'd say. AJ Ricciardo on fuel, yeah, he's fine. We'll get that back.
Keep warming your tyres.
We'll get that back. He's only on standard, so plenty of time for that. It's all sort of built gaps now, isn't it? Bottas really has just dropped off a cliff, hasn't he? We're now going to see some pit stops, though, I feel. Carlos Sainz may be the first. Leclerc's now with this group, and Perez is actually only 3 seconds off. Is Sainz going to jump into the pits? Is he going to be the first? He is indeed.
So Sainz has pitted.
Carlos Sainz. Does Bottas pit? No. Piastri pits. The first pit stop of 2026 goes to Red Bull, unless I've missed one further down the order. And it's that slow. It's a very slow stop. Piastri says thank you very much. Sainz's hard work undone then. And Piastri jumps him in the pits. And this is the problem pitting so early. Look at this. They're coming out into... Oh dear, that is rough. And Sainz is bogged down behind Ocon and Zhou in the Williams. And that's why we want to try and extend. Pourchaire's stopped as well. So Piastri, Sainz and Pourchaire first to stop. But I expect probably Bottas next lap. We're not due to stop for a few more laps, to be fair, but I think we're going to have to come in earlier because we did blitz the tyres. So we're going to have to jiggle that about a bit. Are you doing a one-stop? No, we're on a two-stopper. So 2 stops for both drivers. AJ, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Pit soon. Yeah, we're not too far off our pit stop. I'm going to butcher your name, but Vogahona? I've absolutely butchered that, but I really appreciate the follow. And getting involved in the chat as well. Right, Bottas does pit, so does Perez, so does Tsunoda. So some gaps will open up here now.
Copy.
No problems. I have F1 Manager 24. Love it. Everyone gets it wrong, but it's just say it how you spell it. No worries, buddy. Right, let's just forward on a bit. We don't tend to forward our races, but there's not too much happening until we get in for these pit stops. Samuel, any new tracks on the calendar? Any returns? I don't, unless you can mod. I don't think you have the ability to bring tracks back from the past, so it's the same tracks that you get. But we have... We've edited the calendar. And I can't actually remember what I've done, but we do finish in Brazil this year because I like a Brazilian finish, so we've gone for that. Hamilton and Norris in. You smart, you pit Ricciardo and Fernando at the same time. We're probably going to get Fernando in at the end of this lap, in actual fact.
Push.
Yeah.
And Ricciardo is going to come in next lap. Audi. Oh, we've got a yellow flag.
Yep, box confirmed.
We're safe. Is this only going to be a yellow flag?
Car is off.
Someone spun.
Yellow's ahead.
Oh no, it's Liam Lawson. contract terminated from Team Lotus. And it's all getting a bit too much for him in that Alpine. Audi, yes, Audi are in this with Gasly. Pierre Gasly driving for Team Audi. And Enzo Fittipaldi. Right, so Alonso's going to come in. We've got a yellow flag. Is that another one, or is that still for Lawson? No, that's Bortoletto, who's locked up now as well. What do you do? What do you do? Research. Design. If you've got no regulation changes, then design the car. If you've got reg changes, then I just max out on research. Alonso in for his pit stop then. 2.4 as our pit team disappear. That's how quick they are. But we have got our pit stops down, so the average we're hoping, although that's 2.4, but we're hoping to get more 2.2 and under this year. I'm doing a lot of work in that in the off-season as Alonso does just about clear Piastri and Russell.
Leclerc ahead.
They are going to be very quick because tyres up to temperature. Oh, this is not great. Keep it clean. They do. Right, but Piastri has stopped, hasn't he? So Piastri has done the undercut, but the tyre difference is 14%.
DRS behind you.
Who else has stopped? So Sainz got bogged down in that traffic. Norris. So yeah, I think we're looking pretty good here. A good stop, Fernando. It's me just seeing if you was on Twitch. Thanks for jumping over, buddy. Right, Ricciardo then in for his stop now as well. Let's see what we do. Hopefully this will be 2.2 or under. No, 2.4 as well. So it seems like we're liking the 2.4s here. Now, where's Ricciardo going to come out? He had a 3-second buffer.
Focus on reaction time and no full throttle before pit exit.
Alonso's going to look to try and make the move on Piastri as Russell comes into the pit. There is his teammate. He's going to still have a healthy lead, although he's got to get those tyres up to temp now. And Alonso into P3, but of course Verstappen and Leclerc yet to stop as Sainz sets the fastest lap of the race. We've got DRS to try and pull away from Piastri, but I think he's going to try and stick with us for a while.
Alonso 2.7 behind.
And in fact, Alonso's nearly got into the DRS. He is in the DRS with his teammate, so Ricciardo needs to get those tyres up to temp. And Alonso is with him. Should soon start thinking about the future as well by getting a young driver, maybe Bem. And yeah, I'll see what the community, I'll put it out as we get through this third season. But if the community's wanting me to do a fourth season with Team Lotus, then probably the idea would be to get rid of both Alonso and Ricciardo and go for a young driver pairing. So we've got an old driver pairing this year, go for young drivers next year.
We have the slowest car on the straight.
Oh, Alonso, give it a rest.
Come on, mate.
We need some positive attitude, Fernando. You're running a net P1 and P2 after the pits, and you're saying we've got the slowest car on the straights.
Good check.
Okay, copy.
In terms of young drivers, we have got Arvid Lindblad as one of our affiliates, as well as Franco Colapinto, so we could just promote those. They're both low rated. Franco only 72, and I think Arvid is 67 or 68, but that would give us a challenge for season 4. As Alonso coming back then at Danny Rick, what we saw in the opening laps of this race, and he's back into P1. And has everyone stopped now? Most of them, apart from Gasly and Zhou. Gasly is about to, because his mediums are very worn, and Zhou started on the hard tyres. How do you speed up a race on F1 Manager when on PS5? I'm not sure on that, buddy, but if anyone else is in the chat who plays on console or PS5, perhaps they can let you know. I've decided just to sim all the remaining races in my Williams career until the end of the season because I've got a good lineup next year and I've been researching a lot. Alonso still leads then. I've got Alex and Oscar. Franco's really good in my Season 2 Ferrari career. Good driver pairing, Alex and Oscar. Yeah, I've got a soft spot for Franco Colapinto, so I wouldn't mind getting him in the car next year. As I say, he's quite low rated in the game, but we can stick with it, try to develop him. AJ is saying press triangle, then left or right on the D-pad. Atty, the flying Finn. Hi, buddy. How's it going? As Alonso sets the fastest lap, but Piastri takes it straight off him, and Ricciardo has a look on Fernando. As our two drivers continue to battle them. So everyone in this top 7 now is on a net pit stop, and the top 3 have got a 6.5-second lead on Carlos Sainz.
Keep your head down.
What's the tyre life? We've got much better tyre life, haven't we? Although Bottas, Norris, Verstappen all on the hard, so they might go longer this stint. Going well, long time to see you, buddy. Good stuff, Atty. Yeah, it's been a while. Hope you're keeping well, though, in 2025. Here's Ricciardo then, going to have a go on Fernando Alonso here. He's going to get DRS on this straight. Fernando tries to cover off. It might open the outside for Oscar Piastri, but Danny Rick switches over, but still can't get it done. He's going to have a good opportunity, though, on this start-finish straight. And Joe's got some damage, maybe ran wide, some underfloor damage there. But you haven't already and you're enjoying the stream, please do me a favour and like the stream. It does really help me out. And it takes a second to click that like button, and I really do appreciate it. Here comes Ricciardo then. Is he going to get this move done on Fernando Alonso? Ooh, that was close. That was very close to contact. That's the only problem letting them fight all race potentially, is they could collide. And we saw that a lot in our first season with Mick Schumacher and Danny Rick. I don't think Lawson... Did Lawson and Ricciardo come into contact at all last year? I'm not sure they did. We'll give Lawson his praise. He was very consistent in terms of error-free. Just didn't have the out-and-out pace. Often when we'd see Ricciardo in this position first, Lawson would be, you know, P4, P5, battling in amongst those. So
just get DRS.
Ricciardo leads again and has near enough broke the DRS. So he has broke the DRS because Alonso's not got it, but he might get... I can't remember if it's a double detection zone, though. So does he get it here? No, he doesn't. So he's going to be under threat from Oscar Piastri here. He's still getting the toe off Danny Rick, which is helping him. And if he can stay with Danny Rick, he will get the DRS on the start-finish straight. No, hard runners probably going to pit for softs on the last stint. Yeah, you'd have to imagine they would be. What am I doing? Tyre history. So let's just see this play out first, because Alonso still hasn't got DRS. Ricciardo sets the fastest lap of the race. Alonso says he's under a second, but he's not getting DRS, so unless he just dipped out of it again. Verstappen setting the fastest lap of the race. So tyre history, yeah, Oscar's gone soft mediums, Carlos soft mediums, Valtteri soft hards, medium hard, so no one's gone on the same compound, so yeah, you'd have to think the hard runners will go softs, maybe the medium runners will go softs at the end as well. Stupid opponents there, not yet. But the top three are pulled away though. It's a 6.3, 6.4 second gap on Carlos Sainz. And Alonso is very much now back in the DRS of Daniel Ricciardo. His fuel management is obviously a lot better than Ricciardo's because it's 0.5 as Alonso sends it up the inside. I'm not sure Ricciardo was expecting that because he's lost nearly 7 tenths there. Well, this is working well for Oscar Piastri, just sticking with us because it might buy him a podium on home soil. 2 Australians on the podium. The home crowd are going to like that. Atty, see you next live again, Callie. No worries, buddy. Thanks for dropping in. Have a good one. Alonso needs to shut up and drive. He's doing a lot of negative talking as Fernando.
Good time management.
Okay, copy. Understood.
Cheer up, Fernando. Right, can we break the DRS to Piastri? Not looking like it at the moment, is it? We've got a yellow flag. It looks like it's Leclerc. It is Leclerc. He's out wide. And he's tumbled down to P11.
Now here we are tackling turn 3.
Monegasque man has done something here.
Well,
A
you can
lock-up.
see the lock-up. By that point, it
Oh,
was just too late.
that's a big old lock-up from Leclerc. What's that done to his tyres? Down to 80. That's not too bad, actually, in terms of his tyres being on the hards. But he's got some work to do now. He was beating in 2025 by Hamilton, and Hamilton's now ahead of him. Perez still P8, Tsunoda P9. I would push for a few laps to break the DRS. Yeah, problem is we've not got much
Okay,
tyre
keep it
margin
clean.
to work
Focus
with.
on
We
the
will
pace.
go for a push shortly. We'll just leave it a couple of laps. And then we'll try a push.
Communication.
Here we go then. Alonso under threat from Ricciardo. No. Do we stay as we are? Sainz is now 8 seconds back, so a long way back. Bottas is P5, Verstappen P6 for fastest lap. Smaller flyer. This is a driver lineup I haven't seen yet. I think it's the oldest driver lineup on the grid. Alonso 44. I don't know what Danny Rick is in the game now, but
Tires are good now.
they're in a combined 70 range, that's for sure. But Alonso leads then. It's Ricciardo P2, Piastri P3, and they're within 3/10 of each other here. Maybe just push fuel. Yeah, we're building up good fuel. What I'll do is just wait until we get past the DRS zone, and then we'll try a bit of a push. Alonso is finally happy. He might not be happy now, though, as Ricciardo challenges him. Oh, I don't like it when that happens. Right, let's try and push their fuel together.
We don't need lift off.
Understood.
See if we can break the DRS from Oscar Piastri here. Ricciardo does seem to have the pace, doesn't he? Though when he gets past Alonso, he nearly bolts and breaks that DRS, doesn't he?
Head down now.
Okay.
So look, he nearly got the second, but Alonso did keep the DRS. Well, let's just push for a lap, see if we can break the DRS to Oscar Piastri.
Understood.
Nearly halfway through this one is Alonso. Right up the gearbox is Danny Rick. Oh, if he locks up there, we're in massive trouble.
Come on, come on.
Okay, crack on.
Crack on, Fernando. Daniel doing quite a lot better on tyre wear. Daniel is immense at managing his tyres in this game. Actually, now having him for this whole series, I'd highly recommend him. He's very good in the game, actually, Danny Rick. Fernando Alonso then on the outside, though, is going to reclaim the lead. And we did break DRS momentarily, but Oscar Piastri is straight back there. I think, although it went for over a second, I think he still had DRS. So, yeah, we still can't quite break that DRS.
Need to drop the pace.
Tell you what we could do is we
Okay,
could use
understood.
Ricardo to try
And a
and
bit of
back
lift off
up
while you can, it should help you.
Okay.
Oscar Piastri here, because Ricardo's got more tyre life, so we can push him back up to Alonso to make it fair. Although they're nearly breaking that DRS. It's so hard to break that DRS.
Tires, back it on.
Fernando has learned from what Lewis did to him at Turn 1 in 2007. What a season that was, 2007. Fernando v Lewis. Bro just cooked 7 temps in 3 seconds. I blinked and he was caught up. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think he deployed 100% of his battery. He's out of it again, but he's got the DRS again. Is it because we're squabbling on turn 1, though? He's 1.4. Let's watch. 1.4. 1.3. And here he comes. Here he comes. What is going on through turn 1 there with Oscar Piastri?
So we just have to get head on.
I think we're just going to have to... I think we're going to have to push when Oscar pits. I think that's the way to do it here.
We need to push.
Oscar's 57%, so he'll pit before us.
Have a lift off.
What's your favourite season of F1? Phew. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to answer. 08 was pretty good, being a McLaren fan and Lewis. I'm not sure it's the best overall F1 season though, but for me that was a good one, personally. You'd have to say for drama, it has to be 2021. I don't think we'll ever see a season like it again,
Alonso
unfortunately.
has DRS now.
2021, even though I'm a diehard Lewis. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the thing. Although and it's just a shame it ended how it did, because it's kind of tarnished. It's all been said already, but you know, Max wouldn't have won it that way and all the rest of it. But that season was so good, and to end like that, depressing, really. As Piastri
Yeah, mate.
pushed out wide.
I don't have that pace.
Head down.
Right, we're not pitting till lap 40 and lap 37, so we're going to forward until we get there, unless there's anything extreme happening, because this is just going to continue to flip and change between us here. There's not too much excitement going on, so let's just push up until we get to those next pit stops, but we'll go on to 4 times, so we're not missing anything. Checo cooking. Where's Checo? P6! And Piastri's got past Ricciardo. As I say, I'm not too bothered about this. This is going to happen, but we should just be swapping and changing his positions between Piastri, Ricciardo and Alonso. But Oscar, of course, wants to win his home race. Where is Checo? Yeah, he's P6. That Williams got some pace. That's on merit as well. So Leclerc with that lockup, and Russell still P12. Really struggling in that Mercedes. So what's surprising here in 2026 is we've got a Williams and an RB in the points in the first race. As Ricciardo is back past Piastri here. And Alonso, yeah, he just broke DRS, and then Ricciardo's back in it. So it just keeps teetering on the edge, doesn't it? We're getting second round of pit stops coming now. Alonso broke DRS. Yeah, he did momentarily. Have they both broken it now? We're flipping positions between each other. No, we haven't. Same old is happening. So what did I say we've got to get to? Lap 40 here, didn't I? Yeah. But the gap to Sainz is now 16 seconds. So I don't know if Piastri's got this pace, or if we're just literally he's being dragged along as Sainz pits again. But the top 3 are soon going to have a pit stop window. As DRS... Is he broken the DRS? No, Ricciardo's still got DRS. Checo up to 4. Sergio Perez. No drive in real life. Is it going to be like Ricciardo's revival for us in Team Lotus? Perez doing big things for Williams. Alonso's out of the DRS to Ricciardo now. But we'll just monitor that, because that's... He's definitely lost the DRS now, as Piastri. So Ricciardo's managed to pull away.
Quite a lot of vibration, but not sure if it's tyre or brakes.
We've got a bit of tyre margin here, haven't we? Actually, we're a lot earlier in lap 40, aren't we? Or lap 32 there.
We'll get back.
Lap 37. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. Lap 37 with Alonso. Lap 40 with Ricciardo. So Alonso is coming in a lot earlier. got 3 laps.
Good to push up.
We've got a yellow flag here.
That's a fairly
It's
heavy
a crash. What's going on here then? First crash of 2026. Oh, Hulkenberg out wide. And then into the... Oh, just clips the Aston Martin. And then pits. So he did get damage on his front wing, but they're not changing it. End plate is broken, but they decided not to change it. Right, Alonso. Let's see if he can get back past Piastri here. He can. Right, let's just push his tyres a bit here.
Yes!
Yes! Yes, Fernando, that's it.
So that's P2.
Let's get giddy, Fernando. Get excited about it.
Gap at
And Piastri pits, so certainly the time to push now for us. Let's push Alonso because he's got to be in earlier than Ricciardo. I had ads on Twitch. I don't know what you've missed, but Piastri is stopped. But he's comfortably back out in P3. And we're going to try and build a tyre delta on him, though, because he's gone on to the hards. We're going to be on another set of mediums, so... We're just going to get to Alonso's pit window. I thought you had Lawson. We did. He's been binned off, Lawson, for 2026, and Fernando is into the team. Right, Fernando coming in this lap. No, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, buddy. So Piastri likely to undercut us here, but we should have the pace. To get back to him. What's he on to now? 93%. Lawson mid in-game and real life. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see him in that Red Bull. They've obviously seen something in him, but he wasn't actually, he wasn't tearing it up in that RB, was he? Alonso 2.4. Every stop we've done so far today has been a 2.4, and it's another 2.4. We're obviously second in the pit lane now. Here comes Piastri. He should be past us here. Not by much, though. And we're on a softer tyre.
You are P3.
So Alonso can push on from now. Ricciardo's got a couple of laps to go.
1.5.
So he can attack. As we get Alonso tyres up to 10. So Ricciardo, he's going on to the softs at the end, isn't he here? Let's stop him this lap, though. Alonso 2.5 off Piastri, but once his tyres are up to temp, hopefully he should be able to come back at him. As Piastri's pushing hard. As Ricciardo will be in to stop now. Here we go then. Is it going to be another 2.4? A 2.3. Our best pit stop of the day. I feel like I'm the only person who thinks that Liam will actually do a decent job. I'm not saying he's not going to, but I think it's a bit unknown, really. And is Piastri going to be past Ricciardo as well here? No, he's not. Ricciardo maintains that.
That's currently,
but Piastri will be pushing hard here. When do you go live? We're live every Tuesday and Friday from around about 7 to 7:15 p.m. every Tuesday and Friday on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch.
Okay.
Let's say if you're watching on TikTok or Twitch, do head to my main profile, and in the bio you will see a YouTube link, and on there you'll have all the past recordings of live streams, but also episodes. So mostly the live streams are on-track actions. The episodes have highlights of those races, but also qualifying and what we do off track in terms of design research, going through the grid, all of that good stuff as well. So do head over to YouTube and subscribe if you're not already. Ricciardo maintaining the gap on Oscar Piastri then. And this is good for Ricciardo. Just want to build that gap and then put him on light work. And hopefully that's going to be enough for Daniel Rick against Piastri. And we'll have to see what Fernando can do. 2.2. Let's drop that now.
Drop down the plates now.
Yep.
Here comes Fernando. He's not quite in DRS.
Could you double your lift off, please?
Copy.
I don't know if he'll win anything, but still feel he'll score some points. Yeah, I think the thing with Lawson, they're probably just looking for someone to be reliable, have moderate pace,
1.3.
but not really cause Max any issues, and he might be perfect for that, Lawson. Only what Perez was in his first few seasons with Red Bull, but he's dropped off, hasn't he? So, and I think that's why they didn't really want to go for Sainz, because they didn't want anyone really challenging.
Currently P3.
I didn't do soft, medium, soft for Alonso because his tyre degradation isn't quite as good as Ricciardo's, and it wasn't going to work. It was quicker to go on the mediums with Alonso. He now has DRS on Oscar Piastri.
Tyres okay for the moment.
Copy.
And Ricciardo's 4 seconds up the road, so Ricciardo is looking very handy for a win. Finished second last year in the World Driver Championship. Can he go one better and win it this year? Tsunoda's in fourth, I've just seen. What's going on here? He needs to pit. You need to pit. It'll be interesting how this all ends up. Bottas is now down to 10th, but you have to pit as Fernando Alonso on the start-finish straight then is past Oscar Piastri. He's going to get DRS here as well, so...
Let's go.
Yes, Alonso, now you're getting positive. Now you're feeling it. That's what we like, Fernando.
4.2.
All right, let's push. Let's push. Let's get this gap.
We do not require any fuel lift off.
Copy.
But yeah, Ricciardo's smoothness. If you've never used Ricciardo in the game,
Use your tools.
I really do recommend him.
Copy.
His stats don't look great, but I think especially when you get the mentality buff, his smoothness is just so good. The overcut going longer on stints really works. And we've got 1.4 here on Piastri. 1.5. Let's try and get this to 2 seconds. And then I think we just rein it all in and see what we can do.
Time you have to leave the space.
Bogo, thanks for the follow on Twitch, buddy.
Out of DRS.
He's finally happy. He is indeed. And we've used all the battery there, but it's well worth it.
So cool the tyres.
Thanks for that. Yeah, Fernando's grown in happiness across this race, hasn't he? He was miserable at the start, and he set the fastest lap. That's got to cheer him up as well. No response. No response. All the time you have to leave the space. You do. You do. Right, so he's 3 seconds behind his teammate. He's got 3 seconds to Piastri. Piastri is looking nailed on here for P3, though. And say, if you're jumping into the stream for the first time, we do tend to watch most of the race, apart from when we have points like this, where there's not too much going on. So, yeah, I'm not one that forwards much of the race, but we will go on forward here. Because the gaps, you know, we're just watching cars go round as it is. I hope Aston will be quick, but I just don't see Newey making enough difference. I think you're not going to see the Newey effect until 2026. I think Alonso is contracted for 2026 as well, isn't he? So I believe. So I think what he's hoping for, Alonso is hoping that he's going to have a rocket ship from Newey 2026, win the Drivers' World Championship, sail off into the sunset. I think that's Alonso's dream, isn't it? But yeah, I don't expect it in 2025. I don't expect too much from most teams in 2020. That's a long year. 2025, because they're just going to be iterations of this year's car, because most teams want to focus on next year, so they're not going to heavily design the 2025 car. So don't expect a team to massively jump from their performance in 24 to 25, although we could be surprised.
Keep looking after your tires. Keep looking after your tires. You did a very good job.
But I think you have to still really expect the top four to be McLaren, Mercedes, Red Bull and Ferrari. Just gone on the track here, because we're about to lap the first car in this race. And it's Ricciardo's ex-teammate, and Lawson is going to see that Team Lotus car go past, and he's probably thinking, I should be driving that. Not that one, but the one now behind me, that's Fernando Alonso. Poor Liam Lawson is still on the grid, but he's in an Alpine. Tractor of an Alpine. Down in last place currently. And Alonso is going to lap him shortly as well. Right, who's... So everyone's stopped now? No. Tsunoda's on 25% tyres. Tsunoda, get in the pits. Don't wreck your race. He is. Verstappen going to pit as well? No. Norris going to pit? No. Few of these going long on the hards here. I feel bad for George though, because he's done so good in that inconsistent mode. Yeah, he's done well, to be fair, for Mercedes. As we're watching Hamilton make a move on Norris whilst we're on board here. We may as well see this through. Lewis Hamilton will have the inside here for P6. And he's already stopped, so Lando and Verstappen should be coming in. Mercedes will be interesting next year with Kimi. I'm not so sure on Kimi. I think he's going to need more than a year. He's only signed up to a year deal because I think Toto wants to compare Russell and Kimi and retain one of them and try and get Max for 2026. I feel that's his plan. I don't think Lando or Verstappen stopped. No, their tyres are degrading and they're not stopping, which is odd. Surely they're going to pit this lap. Yes, they do. Norris and Verstappen stop.
We okay on temperatures?
The tires getting cold.
Tires are
so
cold, but we haven't got much to play with, really, Ricciardo, so...
Give us a bit more lift off, please.
Okay.
We work on tires.
10 laps to go here, and it's a 1-2 as it stands, and we're looking pretty good unless something crazy happens here. We'll try and get some temps into these momentarily.
I want to see good
Max will
management.
prop retire. He said he wants to retire when they have a... Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me to see Max retire either. I've said that for a while. A shocking Max announcement of retirement at any time, even this before this season. But I think it's too late now before this season. But yeah, I think anywhere in the next 3 years he could retire. Kimi looks good for car control and such, but I'm not sure about the rest. Yeah, I think he's a bit unknown. I've seen a bit of him in F2, and as I say, he didn't necessarily stand out as a top of all of those drivers. So he's certainly in amongst it with
We are very happy with
Hadjar,
the tires. We are very happy with the tires.
Bortoletto, and other drivers. But yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Mercedes obviously seen what he can do on the sim and other things, so it'll be interesting. What team is Gasly driving for? He's driving for Team Audi as they make their stop.
We will not need lift off.
Josh, this is the first race of the third season here. Right, let's just push this fuel a bit. Yellow flag. Verstappen running wide. Where is Max? He's down in 12th now.
Right, here's the action at turn 10.
Karakara, thanks for the follow.
Oh,
Much
but they need to
appreciated.
be watching those track
Very
limits.
wide from Max
They've gotta
Verstappen.
be careful and watch the car there.
Yeah, Max in 12th. Got good tyre life, though, in terms of those ahead of him. But Russell is 12 seconds off. Be interested to see how this finishes up and down the grid here. But it doesn't look like Alonso is going to have the pace to catch Ricciardo, that's for sure here. He's nearly 8 seconds back. He's 7 seconds back. I'm honestly interested to see Hadjar against Yuki, because it really took Hadjar a couple of years to probably adapt to F2. Yeah, I do like Hadjar. Don't know, I've got a sneaky feeling he's going to do well, but I could be wrong. Question mark's overdoing, I must say. I don't know how long he's going to last there. But we shall see. The only I've seen of Kimi is crashing in Monza. Yeah, that's a bit harsh. I think Bortoletto, or however you spell it, will get a podium in the horrible kick Sauber. That'll be something. Ricciardo coming up to a whole gaggle of cars. He's got a lap here. Well, we're basically just bringing this home now. There's not a lot of track action, but it's... Ooh, although, yellow flag. Oh, we're talking about Bortoletto in real life.
So let's take a look at the replay.
Well, he's just had a lock-up
Now with the Haas.
in the Haas.
Oh, all right so far. The wheels just lock up there. What caused that?
Big old lock-up. Perez still in the points, as is Yuki, so might be a few unexpected point scorers here. But yeah, Alonso 10 seconds back, so Ricciardo has had the pace, hasn't he, today? Let's say Alonso's bring it home in P2. I feel bad for Jack. Yeah, he hasn't really proven, but we have seen one weekend and people already want him out. Seems harsh to me. I think it's just, he has done well in feeder series, but I think it's because there's so many other drivers as well that are about and waiting in the wings. Kind of a pressurized environment, F1, well, always is really, but... I don't know why people rate Behrman so high and how good his Jeddah performance was. Quite mid for a really fast Ferrari. I think that was more about, you know, he's stepping in. He's not used to a Formula 1 car. He wasn't used to the G-forces. His neck was bobbing all over the place and he still managed, you know, pretty good performance. So, yeah, don't get me wrong, you know, these drivers are at the top of their ability to even make it to Formula 1. But yeah, I think with all rookies, you've got to give them at least 2 years unless the first year is absolutely shocking. But yeah, I think you've got to give them 2 years. First year to settle in, get used to Formula 1, and then see how they do in the second year. That's why it's interesting that Mercedes have only give Kimi a year deal. I feel like Lawson's going to completely fail and Red Bull should have picked Yuki, in my opinion. I just don't think Yuki's good enough for that Red Bull seat, but I'm not saying Lawson is either. I would have loved to just seen them go for Carlos Sainz, but they were never going to do it for someone that could challenge Max. I usually put it 16 times. Is it still Lotus? Yes, Batman. I don't know why you're not out fighting the crime on the streets of Gotham, but I'm glad you're into the TikTok stream. But yes, it is Team Lotus. I just don't like judging people before you see them in full seat. No, of course, you've got to see how they do. Yuki is actually... Why is Yuki 4th? What is going on? Yuki is cooking in P4. Yuki is having a massive race here for the RB, or the Racing Bulls, as I believe we have to call them these days. Toro Rosso. I still call him Toro Rosso. Come on. It's Toro Rosso, isn't it? But Ricciardo, in his home race, in the first race of 2026, he wins it. And he actually dominates in the end. It's 12 seconds for the Honey Badger. Listen to the crowd. They're loving it. They're loving it for Danny Rick. And Alonso, P2. First race of the season in 2026. And it's a 1-2 for Team Lotus. Is Alonso going to say anything? Is he going to be happy? Okay, come on, Fernando.
Flag. You are P2.
Good job.
Oh.
Well deserved.
Okay. In the middle there. In the middle, Fernando. Piastri finishes third. But is Yuki Tsunoda going to claim fourth? It looks like he is. Come on, Yuki, son. P4 in that RB. It's pretty good, that RB in 2024. It is awful in 2025. But the first race of 2026, Yuki Tsunoda is back in the top 4. Sainz is 5th, Leclerc is 6th, the reigning world champion Bottas 7th, Hamilton 8th, and Perez 2 points for Williams. And Norris closes out the top 10. Verstappen and Russell, no points as we bring this one to a close. Cough, cough, Logan. Yeah, exactly. If you're as bad as Logan.
An inspired strategy from the team.
Or Mazepin.
What a well-deserved win that was.
That makes it all worth it, doesn't it?
Yuki wants that Red Bull seat even the games. Yeah, he does. Stupid name, it's Toro Rosso. It is Toro Rosso.
quite like Daniel Ricciardo does.
Forza, where's Lawson? Lawson's been booted out.
Even
Fernando's in the
better for the
team.
with both
And he
drivers
starts with a
scoring podium
P2
finish
for
this
us.
weekend.
The home fans must be loving it. Danny Ricks
Well, it
won the
wasn't
home race and
exactly a walk
Piastri
in the park,
P3,
but it
two
was a
Australians on the
thrilling
podium.
weekend here for us all at
When's the last time that
Australian
happened?
Grand Prix.
That's a good quiz question. Has it ever happened in Formula 1, 2 Aussies on the Australian podium? Must have done. Back in the past. Had a few good Aussie drivers. Stupid names, Toro Rosso.
Well,
Done that one, yeah, it is
How
Toro
do you think
Rosso.
they'll be feeling in the team garage at the
Kubik,
end
thanks for
of
the
that?
follow. Will there be another race? Not another
doubt
race
it could
today,
be.
Batman, but we'll be back on Friday. So tune in on Friday from 7 to 7:15 p.m. But full classification of this one then. Daniel Ricciardo wins it from pole. Fernando Alonso comes home in P2 where he started as well. So we bring it home 1-2. Don't get the fastest lap though, as Lando Norris takes that in P10. He pitted for softs quite late on. Oscar Piastri up 4 to 3rd. But look at this. Yuki Tsunoda up 10 places for RB to finish 4th. It's Carlos Sainz in 5th. Leclerc 6th. Valtteri Bottas drops 4 to 7. Hamilton up 5 to finish 8th. Perez finishes where he started in P9. And Lando gets a point, but he drops 6 places. And as we say, Max Verstappen and George Russell not scoring points either, which are the real surprises there in this first race. Of course, being the first race of the season, the Drivers' Championship is going to look exactly the same as that finishing order, apart from seeing Lando Norris on the same points as Sergio Perez, because he gets the bonus point for that fastest lap. Let me just change the screen over there. So, yeah, Lando Norris gets 2 points, so no point at this point going through the Drivers' Championship. It is how we finished in the race. But Constructors then, very nice indeed for Team Lotus. McLaren second, basically thanks to Oscar Piastri's 15 points, plus the 2 obviously from Lando, but Oscar Piastri doing big things for McLaren there. RB though, I'm pretty sure, and we've got a season review of 2025 coming out in the next couple of days on YouTube. So as I say, if you're watching on TikTok and Twitch, head to my profile in the bio, find my YouTube channel, and please do subscribe to the channel. And we've got a review of the 2025 season, and I'm pretty sure RB scored 11 points in 2025, and in race 1, they've scored 12. So they've beaten last year's total with 23 races to go. So not bad from Yuki Tsunoda there. Ferrari also on 12, Red Bull on 10, Mercedes 6, and Williams 2. I think Williams also, they tied with RB on 11 points, so they're well on their way as well. Aston Martin, as I say, I can't get this name to change, which is frustrating, but it is obviously Audi now. Aston, Audi, Alpine, and Haas yet to score. Any fastest pit stops? No, got work to do there. We should be within that 2.2 range, but we weren't able to achieve it today, so let's see what we can do next time. But a very good start for us, of course, and we should have hit our race targets. We do have to give a bit of that way for a race bonus. Oh, we went first for Fernando Alonso, didn't we? Yeah, we should have really probably gone top 3. We went second and first. Lesson learnt on that one. They done Alonso so bad in game. Yeah, he looks, the visuals on Alonso are awful, aren't they? I don't know what that's all about. That's really bad. Oh, and that's one of our affiliates, Aurelia Nobles, up to 56 then. The yellow looks better in my opinion. I probably prefer it as well, but we just shake it up with a different livery for this year. But yeah, that's going to bring this one to a close. So if you haven't already, please do like the video before you go. It really does help me out. And as I say, especially if you're watching on YouTube, if you can smash that like button, it will really help me out. We've made a brilliant start to this 2026 season then. A 1-2. Fernando Alonso joins Team Lotus. And can we push the car into winning the Constructors? And can Fernando battle Daniel Ricciardo maybe for the Drivers' World Championship? If you jumped in for the first time, we will be streaming this every Tuesday and Friday. So we'll be back on Friday from around about 7 to 7:15 p.m. So please check us out again there. TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. But as I said, if you're on TikTok or Twitch, head to my bio, head to a profile, and in the bio, do head over to the YouTube channel, because all of the episodes that contain highlights of these streams, but a lot more. So please do subscribe over there. Can you show the calendar? Yes, this is the calendar. So starting in Melbourne, China, Suzuka, Bahrain, Jeddah, Miami. We've edited some of this. So Miami, Montreal, Imola, Monaco, Barcelona, Austria, Silverstone, Spa, Budapest, Zandvoort, Monza, Baku, Singapore, Austin, Mexico, Las Vegas, Qatar, Abu Dhabi. And instead of finishing in Abu Dhabi, we've decided to finish out the year in Brazil. I do like a bit of Sao Paulo. I prefer to finish the year there. So that's where we're going to finish this 2026 season. But as I say, thanks for dropping in. If you haven't already, smash a like before I go. And we'll be back on Friday to continue this team.